Thank you. Welcome. Good morning. It's great to see so many people here to share with us the unveiling of this work that the third and fourth graders have been doing over the past several months. We're glad to see you. My name is Lori Downey. I am a teaching artist with Side by Side. Side by Side is a nonprofit based in Portland whose mission is to bring arts integration into the Maine public schools. And so you might ask, what's arts integration? That basically involves teaching artists like myself in all kinds of a variety of disciplines. I do murals, I'm a visual artist. We have people who do puppetry, we have performers, we have printmakers, we have all kinds of artists who come in through Side by Side and work in the public schools. And what we do is collaborate with classroom teachers. So Side by Side, we work with the classroom teachers and we bring an arts process into the curriculum, into the content that they're teaching. So in this case, we brought mural making into a unit on immigration that the third and fourth grade teachers were doing. In other schools, they might bring performance into a science unit on the digestive system, or printmaking into an English, a reading unit. So it's a whole variety of projects that we do. And what we'd like to share with you today is a project we've been working on for several months with these third, fourth grade students. I was lucky enough to work with them here and the teachers, and we'd like to show you the results. This is basically a permanent mural that when we're done unveiling for you, sometime in the next few weeks, will go up on a wall here in the hallway and will be here for the school. We tell them forever. I don't know if it'll be forever, but a long time. They can bring their grandchildren to see it. So what I'd like to do, let's see, I think, okay, the other thing I wanted to say about Side by Side is that Side by Side's been working for the last 4 years in Portland, in the Portland schools, and as of next year we'll be moving to Lewiston as well. We'll be expanding to Lewiston. So I'm hoping after you see what we do today, you'll see what a good thing that is, all right? So our plan is to do a briefish slideshow to show you the process, and then to have some students come up and unveil their mural, and we have some thank yous mixed in to all this. And then we'll also have a song for you after that. And then I think you'll be able to come up and have a look at the murals closer up. And also there'll be materials in the back, kind of development of the mural that you can go and look at. And if you're a parent, you can have your child come show you. They can show you what they did on the mural. Okay? So at this point, I'd like to invite Savannah Mirasola to come up. She's one of the third grade teachers, third and fourth grade. And we are going to show you how this process happens, okay?
I get up in front of students every day, but somehow this is much more intimidating. We knew when we decided to do a project-based unit this fall, we really wanted to create something that reflected our broader Portland community and the way that our Portland community is changing. So we decided to dive deep into immigration. We framed our unit around 3 essential questions that we wanted students to be able to answer. So students learn, what does it mean to be an immigrant? How have immigrants impacted our Maine community? And how has Maine impacted immigrants? We began by exploring all different kinds of maps because we wanted to have students have a deeper understanding of our globe and be able to describe where it is that they live and where it is that they've come from. Throughout our whole process, students were keeping observation journals, which were a balance of drawing and writing to capture their learning and their new understandings. Some of the biggest and most important work that we did was welcoming families into our classroom to share their personal immigration stories. It was such an honor to have families from all around the globe come in and share their stories and be so vulnerable with us, and to be able to celebrate where it is that all of our students are from. Throughout the process, students were learning interview skills, how to ask deep questions, how to listen with care, and how to capture what it is they were learning in their observation journals. We also welcomed in other community members, so not just families, but experts from the community. We also knew that for students to be able to understand what it means to be an immigrant, they had to be able to answer who is not an immigrant. So we grounded a lot of our work around those two questions, and students really dove deep into the Wabanaki history, so our indigenous people in Maine, and learning that that community is not immigrants. They've been here for thousands of years, and they're still here. And we also learned that the ancestors of enslaved Africans are not immigrants. We were lucky enough to have Star Kelly from the Abbey Museum, which celebrates Wabanaki history, to share some artifacts with us and help us understand that indigenous history. As we wrapped up our unit, students started to put together those broad understandings and understand how all of these communities fit together and how the history of immigration has changed over time and brought us where we are today. We had the enormous honor of hosting a naturalization ceremony at school this year. Many of you were there for that. We got to welcome our newest citizens, and we also had students share their personal stories up on stage to welcome our new neighbors.
So I started the students off with the project journals with some exercises in observational drawing and memory drawing. But at that point, the teachers took over. So what Savannah just described was what was happening in the classrooms over the past few months. At the end of their research unit, I came in and did a brainstorming with all the classes so that I could get an idea of what they had been learning, collected all of their project journals, and then I went back and came up with an idea for a mural that we then went back and forth with the teachers about, with certain themes and images that I wanted to use from the students' journals. So once we had that settled, we then started, I came back for a residency. So I've been here for the past 2 weeks working with the students. And basically the way it works is the first process is to have them project their drawings onto these boards. These are birch plywood boards that have been prepared. And they trace in their drawings. And then we get, once those drawings are in and they're markered, then we get the painters to come in. And the painters come in and put in the color. It's an important feature of this process that every student you see here has worked on the mural. They've all done something, but it's been a different job. Some of them did drawings, some of them did painting. And some did the lettering for the text that also goes onto the mural. And I spoke with the teachers to sort of figure out which students might be best suited for each task. And so, for the past 2 weeks, we've been making the mural. And that's basically the process. So before we're going to be unveiling the mural in just a minute. We have to put magically the screen goes up. What I'd like to do is just say a couple of thank yous, and then we'll have the students come up. So hold off, students, until we do that, all right? My first thank you is to my right hand, Sam Costello, who has been my assistant. There she is. She's been great. I couldn't do this without her. She is working to get her degree in art education, so maybe you guys will be lucky enough to have her back again. And so the other, and this is very important, I would like to say a big thank you to all of the teachers, the 3rd and 4th grade teachers that were brave enough to take on this project. If you guys can stand up as I say your name. So we've got Renee Arcott, and Savannah Marizola, Dylan Stillman, and John Higgs up there, Harry Dowdy, and Julia Brand. So, I'm not joking when I say this is an integrated project. They were as much a part of this as I was, so it's really been a great collaboration, and I thank you guys for inviting us in. So now, if I could have the I'm sorry, right, Dylan, come on.
So we have a whole list of thank yous that we'd really like to state before the unveiling, just to keep these people in mind as we're seeing our mural. Okay? So thank you to Michelle Amato, side-by-side master teacher and grant writer. Thank you to Side-by-Side, the integrated arts organization. Thank you to Sarah Saroy, our intern principal. Fiona Hopper, our Wabanaki Studies Specialist. Thank you to Barrett Wilkinson, Equity Specialist. The Make It Happen program from Deering High School. Thank you to Tina Mickelson, our community coordinator. Kristen Cappy, I'm your neighbor lending library. Stacy Hanscom from Victoria Mansion, Director of Education. Kathleen Flynn Newman, Maine Historical Society Manager of Education. Star Kelly, Abbey Museum, Curator of Education. And Carl Fern, our music teacher. We could not have done this without you. Thank you so much.
Okay, sorry, I jumped the gun, but now we're ready for the presenters to come on up here and stand by your panel, okay? You guys just hold on for a second while we get set up here. All right, so we'll unveil, and then each student will read what's on the panel, okay?
We have followed many different paths for many different reasons to make this place our home, and now I'm your neighbor.
I'm Wabanaki. My ancestors have lived in this place now called Maine for many thousands of years, and we are still here. We live in all parts of the state, nation, and world. Today, there are 5 nations in the Wabanaki Confederacy: the Penobscot, the Maliseet, the Passamaquoddy, the Micmac, and the Abenaki. Birch bark canoe, traditional wigwam, and an ash fishing basket.
Our families came from Sudan and South Sudan, where it is very hot. We came here to escape the war between our countries. Sambusas are one of our favorite foods from home, and we have them as a special treat.
My name is Rodrigo. I came here from the southwestern mountains of Brazil. I came to Maine because I had a job offer. My first pet in Brazil was a pygmy monkey.
I am Jenny. I come here from Ireland to work as a nurse. In Ireland, it's very green and some people speak Gaelic. There are many castles there.
I am Karen Sue, and I came here as a refugee to escape the war in my home country, Cambodia. I used to own chickens and ducks there. The government was very unfair, and I did not feel safe.
I'm Hamdi, and I immigrated here from Somalia because of the war. I wear a hijab because of my religion, and I am now a model in an activist. I'm Dr. Ahmed, also from Somalia. I am an assistant principal at Deering High School.
I am Linda. My ancestors were forced to come to this country from Africa as slaves. Millions came through Elmira Castle in Ghana
and passed through the door of no return. After being sold to European traders, they were kept in the hold of ships. Many didn't survive the journey.
This mural was completed by the 3rd and 4th grade classes of the Amanda C. Rowe Elementary School in June of 2019. This program was made possible by the U.S. Department of Education through an Assistance for Arts Education Development and Dissemination AAEDD grant, the Lily Sarah Grace Fund, and the Foundation for Portland Public Schools.
Our student presenters here. Thank you. All right, Here we have Renee and Renee Orcutt and
This is Paige Knowles. June. Who's Aiden?
We would like to thank teaching artist Lori Downey and assistant teaching artist Sam Costello for working with us to make this mural a proud representation of this important immigration unit.
Hi everyone. We would also like to thank the following guest speakers for sharing their immigration stories with the students, and really those stories are what made this unit come alive. If you are here and you hear your name, could you please stand up and remain standing until we've called out all of the interviewees' names. Hamdi Ahmed. Sue, Jenny Stilkey, Linda Ashford, Rodrigo de Faria, Dr. Abduali Ahmed, Rowe Henry, Mohammed Al-Jubaidi, Hibat Mohammed, Chris Como, Khalid Shati, Ahado Dahiri, Lauren Kassinger, Fuad Umar,
Isabel Teresiano, Gabe Teresiano, Josie McMullen, Basil Abdi, Tony Santiago, Serena Chessie, Megan Chalmers, Tamara Campbell, and Elvis Aji.
Hi everyone, thanks for coming. To end our presentation, the children are going to be singing Wavin' Flag, the smash hit they performed back in March for the naturalization ceremony held here at Rowe. After the song, please take a minute to look at the student observational journals in the back of the room, which they started in January to document all of their learning. We also have some pretty epic refreshments today. We have sambusas from Asmara Restaurant. We have spring rolls from Lay's Variety. We have empanadas from Luisa's on Forest Avenue. And we have hummus and flatbread from Amira Bread.